Hi, welcome to Aimee Nolte Music. I have to confess that I was feeling like a little bit of a slacker because I realized something. I realized that I promised something that I never delivered on. So I made a video a while back. The name of it was Oscar Peterson Boogie Blues Piano Tutorial, something like that. And it was published on October 20th, 2016. 2 days before my birthday. Okay, just so you can find it. I already taught you the left hand. The left hand is in that one. And I said at 6 minutes and 55 seconds of the video, at the very end, after I had finished teaching you the left hand boogie part, I said that I promise I'm gonna teach you the right hand and it's gonna mess with your mind. I said, it sounds like me, right? I said something like that, and then I never did it. So I spent a good little amount of time last night figuring out the right hand. There's probably a pretty good reason why I promptly forgot about that after I promised it. It's because it's really, really hard. So it's taken me a while to be able to even play it, but now I can play it and I think I can teach it. So let's get to work. It's gonna be amazing. You're really gonna like it. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you. This is where it is. It starts, I've got it at 206. It starts at about 207. Listen to the right hand. We're not gonna do that much. We're not gonna quite do that much today, but let me show it to you again. It's too bad that they never show you the right hand. You only see his left hand. That's about where we're gonna stop. All right, let's do it. I've just realized a kind of serious problem. I don't think that my camera has a large enough lens to get both hands into the shot. I'm going to give you a left hand refresher. He starts way down low at the piano. Look, it's the very bottom of the piano. The very first F. He goes. All the way down to this you rarely play this low B flat. So we're on the fourth bar and we get to the B flat chord and it goes. And then back here. And that's about as far as we go. So there's your left hand refresher. Okay, just to orient you on the piano, this is a middle C, all right? Now, this is the figure. I'm going to play it for you up to tempo, and then we'll talk about it. 1, 2, 3. Seems like that was really easy for me, but I'll tell you, well, it is easy now, but I swear to you, I've probably played it 200 times since last night. So it is not easy to learn. I'll tell you what though, I have a little secret for you, a little surprise for you. I've actually written it out so you can see it. You can write to me, I'll send it to you, aimenolte@yahoo.com. And I even have all of the fingerings written out. I'll show it to you in a second. So the first thing is you're finishing up your last chorus of blues. You can pretend that you were just doing some stupid improvisation that's all your own coming from your head or my head, right? You're finishing up your last chorus and you do something very simple like that. But here it comes. Now your left hand, when it plays this note, that is where this next figure is going to come in with your right hand. Right there. And it's a 3. One, two, three, four. Let me show it to you written. I think you need to see it. It's here, 1 and 2, and then we've got an 8th note, and then 16ths, 1 and 2, ba da ba da ba ba ba. 1 and 2 and 3E and a 4 and. Do it with me. 1 and 2 and 3E and a 4 and. Now tap it with your hand. 1 and 2 da 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 da. Okay. It's so nice right here. He does this little turn. He could have just gone. But he doesn't. He adds this nice little 16th note turn. That's the trickiest part. And I'll tell you that aiming for this 1 on this C, which is on the of 1, right? 1 and that is how you're going to train your hand to do it, is to aim for that 1, which is the case with so many of these boogie and gospel type licks. You have to have a really strong place to aim for and accent and land, and oftentimes it's with your thumb. If you can get your thumb to that note, then you're going to land your 5 and 2 right there. You need to kind of break it up into pieces, so, and make sure that you're counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that you can actually understand how it fits. And then you want to add your left hand. Let me bring my left hand up so you can at least see it a little bit. So we've got the F and the A flat lining up. Low G down here. I hope that's helpful. Now at this point, your left hand starts to walk down. So those are going to hit at the same time. And your low E flat down here is going to hit at the same time as your 5 and 2. All right, here comes the next section. Let's look at it. We have 2 beats of rest. You can see that I wrote it kind of sloppily, but one thing I did was skip a stanza so that I'd have room to write the fingering, because I knew there were going to be a lot of ledger lines. It was going to be pretty high. 1, 2, da ba da bo ba bo ba bo do ba 4. 1, 2, da ba do bo ba do do da do do da do do da. It's important to understand how this rhythm works. 1, 2, da ba da ba da da da. That's a little bit hard to go from 16th notes to triplets for the mere mortal. For Oscar Peterson, no problem at all. Da ba da ba da ba da. And it's worth noting that there are 2 notes here, 2 notes here, and then single notes until here, and then we go to octaves. Let me show you how that sounds. 1, 2. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need to point something out. Sorry, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. Back up to this. These 2 notes right here, Oscar Peterson doesn't really play them. All he plays right there is an A natural. But I like the way this sounds better. I know, I hope that's not sacrilegious. But I think it lays nicer in the hand. And, you know, Oscar Peterson was basically just improvising this. So, you know, I think he might even agree with me. Oscar, do you agree? That's how I wrote it. This is how he played it. Don't you think my way sounds just a little nicer? I don't know. Don't get mad at me. Okay, back to the next part. After you can sing it, you need to work it out with your fingers. That's a 4 and a That's a 4 and a 2. It's a very classical kind of thing to play. And then it's a 5 and a 2. 1, 2, and then a 3 here, and a 1 here, under, and then you're going to add your other fingers to make the octaves happen. That part's a little bit complicated. I'm going to make a change. That is not a 1, it's a 4. 3, 1, 5, or 3, 4, 5 makes much more sense. Changing that. 3, 4, 5. Much nicer. Now you need to fit it with your left hand. Okay, and then my hands will run into each other if I keep my left hand up here. Like that. It's like this. Okay, on the B flat 7 with your left hand. That's when you're way down at the very bottom of the piano. Actually, I guess they won't run together. A little bit, but that's how it fits. So you've got like a minor third going on right there, and then 2 Ds together, or 3 Ds together. All right. The next part comes on beat 1. So let me play you what we've got so far. That's where we're at. And then when the left hand gets to the F's here, is when the next lick starts. Right on that low F is when we're going to start the next lick. So we don't get much of a break, just a quarter rest. This is the easiest part. And it's really cool because we just played it. It's the same thing, right? We've got 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. Again, it's the exact same thing as 2 bars before. And then it's just these it's just a single line. And then here, and then here. Now, here's where I kind of have to apologize. I made a mistake when I was writing, so kind of a crazy thing happened. I only have half a bar right here. So you're just gonna have to kind of forgive me for that because my time's a little bit limited today and I couldn't write the whole thing out. Again, please don't hate me. So half of this B flat bar is here, the other half finishes right there. You should never do this. Very unprofessional. But that's how it is. And then it's so cool what he does. Dooby doo daboo doo bab boo bab. But he puts the, I hate to say this. All my professors sounded like idiots when they said it. Emphasis on the wrong syllable, but he does, and it makes it everybody in other countries, he put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. That's kind of a silly thing we do in the States sometimes, especially old people, but that's what he did. He put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. So the places where we would normally play certain things, he puts them on the offbeat so that they're different. So let's look at that. Let's see how it sounds. So we're starting on beat 3 of this bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this part. This is like a line that should start on 1. Da ba da da ba da da dee da da do da boo do. But he starts it on beat 3. Oscar Peterson's notorious for this. Do you guys know on C Jam Blues, that chorus where you know how there's breaks on that? He's something like this. Do you know that part? That threw me, and I had to listen to it so many times when I heard it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Because it should not have started on the 2 like he does. It should have started on 1. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we want to hear it, but he doesn't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And all of a sudden, all of the listeners, wherever they might be, are thrown off by a beat. That's the kind of thing that he does here. One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's so clever. So this should actually be like on beat 1. That would sound really normal to us. Imagine it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But hear it on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And you know, even with his left hand playing what it's playing, that even adds another dimension to it. So this part's really cool. I'm going to hold it up nice and steady so that you guys can screenshot it in case you don't want to email me. Okay, there it is for you. The last thing we're going to do is to listen to Oscar Peterson play it while we look at it all written out, all right? Here we go. Here it is, right? So you can see that I did leave you with half a bar there, but I really only meant to take it to here, but I was like, oh wow, he's doing something really interesting. Let's just finish the line. So I'm not going to promise it, but I think on another day I'll finish it for us and we'll do like a part 2 of this video. But I really think that all of this up here is so beneficial. I'm also going to do my best to get a shot of both of my hands playing it. All right, that's about as good of a shot as I can set up. I'm going to try to go really slowly for you. As far as we go. If your hands start to get sore, take a little break, give them a little stretch out all your fingers one at a time, stretch your wrists both ways, and then remember that you can play very lightly. Just as lightly as you can. It'll give your playing a whole new feel, and it'll remind you that you don't have to kill your hands in order to practice this. It'll sound really nice to remember to just listen to Oscar Peterson play it a whole lot of times for one thing, and then try to copy how he does it. Try to emphasize all of the places where he emphasizes, and feel it the way that he feels it. All right, get out of here. Go knock yourselves out trying to play it. I hope you have fun. Thanks for watching Aimee Nolte Music. I'll see you next time.